Right before I get to my next guest here, allow me to read you a couple more emails from people, and I have been flooded with these from around the country. Quote, this guy is a startup company founder. This is about the worst possible time for this virus to happen for us. As a company, we are a promising startup, but this virus could kill us before we really even get off the ground. Then we have an energy management company owner and former Marine saying, quote, I had to lay off 15 electricians and 6 pipe fitter plumbers because we can't work in any buildings, and utility company ordered us not to work on their projects. We are ground to a halt. No, and I mean no revenue for the foreseeable future. To make matters worse, I have 5 salespeople who can't call anyone to sell services to, as no one is at work. They can't set up meetings, nothing. The business has a chance of going out. And now we are bringing on a man with his own story to tell, Demetrios Mavromihalis, I hope I didn't butcher that too bad, who owns a bunch of businesses in Mar Vista. Please tell us your story.
My story is a lifelong Angelino, resident of Los Angeles, from Greek ancestry. Parents, we just had our Greek Independence Day on the 25th, and the Greeks overcame a big thing with the Ottoman Empire after 400 years. So I got a little bit of a fighting spirit, or a lot, if you say, in this. And I've been through a recession before, so I'm a little bit more calmer on this one, although I see the urgency of everything. I started businesses in that community where I was raised and grew up, and started a family. From a local coffee shop to the neighborhood farmers market, a couple of eateries, the Mar Vista restaurant, the Wood restaurant, the Art Bar, which is down the street from us. And I just championed my son, who just turned 19, took our closed business and reopened up a brand new business. An 18-year-old CEO showed him the ropes, how to start a business with a sledgehammer and a Sawzall, teaching him what a Sawzall meant. Sawzall. And the kid really rolled up his sleeves and built up a business. Now he's laid with a doom and gloom economy meltdown. And it was a little too early for this kid to experience this lesson, but I told him, if I was to die and go to heaven, the thing I would tell you right now is you're exactly where you need to be right this present time, because this will make you or break you depending on how you handle it and learn and grow through it. And if you can pull your community together, maybe you can get down the road. But isolated, like we're trying to do right now, and split us all up and stay home and close down, we're never going to make it.
Demetrios, you are a man, as you said, you've been through this before. Clearly, you know the ropes. I know we have a bunch of small business owners watching this tonight. They're desperate. They're scared. I've been hearing from them for days now. Do you have any words of wisdom for them? I know you're obviously worried about your businesses now, too, but you've been through ups and downs. What advice would you give somebody who's sitting at home, pulling his hair out, draining a bottle of whiskey as we speak?
Well, whiskey's going to help everything. Whiskey's good. But don't panic. And the reason why I say that is because 10 years ago, I panicked. And if I listened to the mainstream media before it even became what it is today, even whatever, crazier, I would have jumped off a cliff. Because I felt like for me personally, I felt like I had to ignite myself in fire every day just to go battle the forces that were saying no. The lenders were saying no. Everybody was saying no. And I'm afraid of losing my house, my job. Now, that was very bad during then. But, after all the things I've learned going through that, now I would say to people, like, listen, we're all in this together. Everybody's going to take a haircut. Nobody's going to lose their home over this unless we all lose our homes, and we're on the banks and everybody. We can tell them, like, start out with your lenders, start out with your landlords, and work from there and say, hey, look, I need a grace period. I need a forbearance. I need delay the bills for right now, because it's not my fault that the economy is down. This is a world global crisis, and our friends in the media and our local leaders are not making this any easier. They're really putting the fear in everybody's minds, and people are panicking, and you cannot panic. You don't make good decisions when you panic. All right. So,
how are you keep bringing up the media, and I just despise them through this process. I think that, well, I despise them anyway. I think they've been disgusting, more disgusting than usual. So you're a small businessman. You need information. How are you consuming media? Are you only social media? Do you only have a specific channel? Do you not listen to any of it? Or how are you getting your information without taking in too much and having to listen to these vile creatures?
So you kind of need to tap into the mainstream media just to hear like announcements, like are they funding this SBA or the crisis with the $2 trillion? Did they vote? Did it pass? Did it not? But the rest of it, I say turn it off because you're not going to get what you need to know. If you want to have a clear head, go and do your little homework. Go online, check various news outlets, verify the stories, and it's where we are today. I can't believe anything I see on TV. I start with my own backyard. How many people do I know that have contracted this virus? I just found out one the other day in New York, of all places. And guess what? 82 years old, heart condition, type 2 diabetes, fainted with 102 fever last Friday. And Monday, he's home in his house recovering, not out of the woods, but he's recovering in his home. That's a good thing. They're not telling us this. They're telling us, Garcetti, our own mayor, we got the worst leaders in California, amongst other places. They're telling us everybody's going to die, basically. I mean, in a nutshell, you're not hearing maybe, might, this, that. You're hearing doom and gloom all the time. How are you supposed to try to find a way to dig through this if you're listening to these guys? They need to bring people together.
Have you had to lay anybody off or let anybody go?
Let over almost 60 employees off, yeah. And the thing is, we're trying to keep them on the payroll, although we don't have money to pay them. So what I'm trying to do is tell them to hold on. We're basically giving you a furlough. We're applying for these SBA loans, and I pray to God that Donald Trump and the federal government are going to deliver on what they said, because SBA loans haven't been the easiest things to obtain throughout the years. It seems like you need collateral and all. But what I'm trying to do is tell the employees, like, look, we'll bring every one of you back as soon as we possibly can. We're going to pay you for any hours that you're owed. And if you need any food or if you need anything to get by, we'll supply you. I mean, I'm going downtown. I'm picking up sacks of rice and beans and cheese and the basics, eggs. I just picked up a truckload of eggs, and I'm going to hand them out to anybody that needs them within my family, my employees, and try to find a way to navigate and get through this. They told us that we could open up to-go businesses, but a lot of our businesses don't translate to go. I mean, and now our city's decided that they want to rip the sidewalks out because this is the perfect time to do infrastructure repairs on the Venice Boulevard. And how the hell are people supposed to go? How the hell are they supposed to go and get to the store and on a limited menu? Not only that, the meter maids now are on fire. They're ticketing everybody. I mean, I got out there and I'm videotaping on a daily basis. They're ticketing everybody. Like, you're punishing people for coming out of their houses. Like, come on, let's just be careful. Let's move forward. You know, like a flu, you can't stop it, right? So you're going to have to get sick a little bit. Younger people might be able to fare through it. Older people, we've got to be more cautious with, like always, right? And go the extra mile. And if we got to take a haircut, let's all take a haircut. And we can do this. I can help people get their SBA loans packages. I can help our employees apply for federal monies, because a lot of our employees are not documented workers. We found out recently that they might have given us paperwork, but they can't collect because they might have given us the wrong paperwork. So now we need to help them qualify a little bit, because they have families and they're the lifeblood of our economy. If we can't get these restaurants back open, Jesse, I don't know what to tell you. There's going to be a massive thinning out of the herd. But if we can network together, I think we can get through this.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.